Okay folks, Kyle Ernst here from New Age Golf, and today I wanted to share with you one of my students, one of my most consistent students that coming in to his practice times and his lesson times every week during the winter, pretty much for the last 2 winters. His name's Tyler Tedlund. He is now a freshman at Duluth East High School in Duluth, Minnesota. And over on the left, we're going to start out with one of the first swings Tyler made in here, and this was way back from December 13th of 2010. So a little over a year ago now, a year and 2 months ago, 14 months ago. And Tyler came in, and we've worked ever since. A lot of what we started with was his over-the-top move. So when you see him at the top, you're going to see he's actually in a not a bad position at the top. The club maybe is a little too upright, not enough behind him, but you'll see the main problem is he comes over the top a little and swings to the left, and he would hit a kind of a big fade. Didn't have as much power as he needed. His foot comes up, and he's kind of blocked out, so that ball is always going to curve to the right for him. And you can see he also just tended to always aim a little left of his target. So over time, with some practice and the coaching, Tyler was able to develop a little better swing. So over here on the right, you're going to see Tyler just a couple of months later. This was from last February. A few months after that, he's going to come, well, first of all, standing a little more square. He's going to come up the line. The club is a little better position, a little more laid off or on plane than it used to be. And his first move down is just straight down now. Instead of over the top, he hit it from the inside. And it creates, a straighter ball flight and maybe even a little bit of a draw. Foot still came up off the ground a little much, and that's something he struggles with. It's just kind of natural for him to let that right foot slide into the shot. And as we kept working, we've got him to the point we have him to today, this winter, where we've really been just working on the same type of concepts and not trying to add a whole lot, just trying to firm up everything in his swing. So this was from November of 2011. See, comes up the line pretty good still, in a good position, and then hits it from the inside. A little bit of a push draw. His foot no longer slides as much forward as it used to. It just turns more properly through the shot. He's able to generate a little bit of power, and he stays in his posture overall pretty good. He gets a little tall there, and that's something we're going to work on in the next few weeks, is keeping him in posture, keeping his butt back, so that he can swing around his body a little bit more. But pretty good there. And then over on the left, his body stays nice and still. He drives forward into the hit, and then turns out of the way more than he used to. If we look at a few wedge shots, this was kind of a big thing for us, and a lot of what we've been working on is wedge play. It's so important that even indoors that we don't get too bogged down in the full swings with 7, 8, 9 irons and your driver. We want to keep working on the short game, even in the winter. And the short game is really anything inside 120 yards. So we're trying to mimic a little bit of Steve Stricker in his swing. One thing Steve Stricker has is at the top of his backswing with his wedges, he doesn't necessarily hinge the club as much as most touring players. So you see Tyler here. There's a pretty good angle, but not much. And similar to Steve Stricker, those hands stay nice and quiet. The body stays quiet. And into the downswing, there's a little motion forward, little bump. The left leg straightens, and impact is fairly firm, and not too much of no real flip to speak of, just a natural move. So if we do that again, from the top down, into the hit, and through, posting up on his left leg, so a little lean forward. We look at it from down the line. Very good takeaway, on plane. Club comes just slightly from the inside and down the target line. So everything about Tyler's swing is very simple. trying to keep it really compact. He never gets long, which is a huge key. A lot of kids try to swing really hard. Tyler actually has a short swing, and he just accelerates through the shot. Very good. So when you're thinking about coaching, when you're thinking about taking instruction, you got to realize it's a process, and a lot of times it's just about hitting a lot of golf balls and getting the repetition down. So personalized coaching in the winter here at the Twin Ports Golf Studio or at other locations around your areas can really help you, especially for us up north, stay in golf shape, can keep us hitting the golf ball so that when we go out in the spring, we can be ready to play some decent golf. Especially good for high school players, college players that are up north and need a chance to swing, and when they go down south or when the course is first open, that they have a chance to compete right away since they're still pretty loose, and they've actually probably improved their golf swing over the winter with some good coaching. So if you have any questions about our coaching at the Twin Ports Golf Studio or New Age Golf, please let me know. Have a good